Oh, oh. There we go. There we go. We're good. We're good. Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. I want to know if you think I have a California accent. Or more specifically, do I have a way of speaking that identifies me as being a California native? I want to know. So we're going to find out. I am going to do the accent challenge, and the accent challenge is something that has been circulating the internet for a while. It has a list of words to read off and a list of questions, because accents are not just about how you pronounce words, but also about your choice of words that you use. Everybody has an accent. I mean, an accent is just relative to another accent, relative to another way of speaking. For example, old-timer natives of San Francisco do have a way of speaking that is distinct from other parts of the San Francisco Bay Area, such as across the bay in Oakland, or up here in Napa, which is where I live. And then my background, well, I'm 34 years old. I was born and raised in the Napa Valley, and I've only lived somewhere else once in my life. I lived for 6 months in the state of New Mexico, where it seems like 30% of people speak with a southern accent there. So, do I think I have an accent? Well, fundamentally, yes, I have an accent, a way of speaking that sets myself apart from other accents. So in that sense, I do have an accent. So I want to know from you if you think the way I talk sounds California. I mean, can you tell I'm from California just by the way I talk? Or at least from the West Coast. So without further ado, let's get this party started, shall we? Okay, so let's start with the list of words. Let's see how I pronounce things. All right? First word, ant. Roof. Some people would say roof. I say roof. Okay, so this next word. Sometimes I pronounce it root. Sometimes I pronounce it route. So I'm actually guilty of pronouncing it both ways. Whatever. Next word is theater. Theater just sounds better. It sounds better than theater. I don't know, theater just sounds too theatrical. I don't know, whatever. Iron. I mean, how else would you pronounce iron? Iron? I mean, iron seems obvious, so I don't know. So, I'm gonna go with iron. Salmon. I mean, who in the hell would pronounce it salmon? I mean, really? How else can you pronounce salmon? Caramel. Maybe I should pronounce it caramel, but I don't know. Caramel just sounds better to me. Fire. No, just kidding. Fire. Water. Pecan. Both. Again. I did have a high school teacher that pronounced it again. That was kind of funny. Probably. Alabama. Liar. No. Lawyer. Coupon. Coupon. Ooh, you know what? I may have been guilty of pronouncing it coupon, at least at some point in my life. Mayonnaise. Some people pronounce it mayonnaise. Pajamas. Caught. Naturally aluminum. Crackerjack. Doorknob. So which one comes naturally to me, envelope or envelope? You know, I think I actually pronounce it both ways sometimes. So it depends on what kind of mood I'm in, yeah. All right, so I added a word to this list that I think should be there, and it's not on the list. The word is wash. A lot of people pronounce it wash in some parts of the country, and that's just wrong. It's horrible. It's just like grating to the ears. And now let's move on to the list of questions. Now the list of questions is part of the accent challenge, and that is to lead you to Pick a word where more than one word is sometimes used depending on where you're from, which helps determine your accent. The first question is, what is it called when you throw toilet paper at a house? TPing. Seems pretty obvious, doesn't it? The next question is, what is a bubbly carbonated drink called? Well, for me, it's always beer, right? But I'm assuming that they are referring to a sugary, bubbly carbonated drink. All right? If you're from the upper Midwest, you might call it pap. Out west here, we call it soda. So I'm gonna go with soda. Final answer. All right, and the next question is, what do you call gym shoes? Shoes. I mean, what else would you call them? Well, I suppose you could call them sneakers, but shoes to me just seems more obvious. So I'm gonna go with shoes. Next question is, what do you call your grandparents? I just call them Grandma and Grandpa. Simple, short, sweet, and to the point. What do you call the wheeled contraptions in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? I call them shopping carts, and I think most people do too. So, the next question is, what is the thing you change the TV channel with? A remote. Choose a book and read a passage from it. Okay, let me find a book. A book. Oh, got a whole stack of books up here. Okay, I'm going to read a passage from a book. If you experience anal chafing, use A&D ointment for relief. How was that? Okay, next. And then the next question is, do you think you have an accent? Well, I think I already covered that in the beginning. Yes, I believe I have an accent. But compared to what? I mean, compared to the rest of California? I don't know. Compared to the rest of the West? I don't know. Compared to the upper Midwest, compared to the South, compared to New York? Yes, I have an accent. But I'm going to leave that up to you to decide whether you think that my accent is distinguishable as being Californian or at least West Coast. I'm going to leave that answer up to you. All right, next question. Be a wizard or a vampire? Well, I don't know. I'm not too much into drinking blood, and personally, I don't think it tastes that good. So, I'm gonna go with wizard. Yeah, be kind of fun to have special powers and that sort of thing. So, okay. Next question. Do you know anyone on Tumblr in real life? Yes, I know a couple people on Tumblr in real life. It says end by saying any 3 words you want. So I added 3 words to that list that I think should have been there, because there are a million different ways to pronounce these words, and I think they are critical to include in this challenge. So here they are. First word, exit. Some people pronounce it exit. That doesn't sound too glamorous. Okay, the next word, car. Now, if you're from Northern Illinois, you might pronounce it car. Yeah, why don't you pull the car around? The next word is sure. That's important because there are different ways to pronounce it. You can pronounce it sure, or the way I do, sure. That's how I pronounce that word. And that, folks, ends the accent challenge. So, down below in the comments, go ahead, post a comment and tell me whether you think I have an accent that screams out California. Whether you think it's distinguishable as such. So I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you had fun watching this. And I shall make my exit. Okay?